Good morning. It's time for our daily practices. This is a very, very sweet one. I am Robin with Blissful Healing Spiritual Life Coaching, and we are reconnecting to wonder and awe together. And we are on day 20. Can you believe it? On page 101. And today I will be kind to all life. And I love this because I was like, all these things started going around in my brain, and I was thinking about, being kind to others is super important right now as, people for sure, because we're all going through some stuff, right? This is kind of a crazy time. But I love this all life business because we're talking about bugs, we're talking about plants, we're talking about animals, right? I mean, I can just think of so many things that I think about sometimes because I generally do this anyways. Like, I'm one of those that, like, if a bug gets on the window of my car, I almost want, I kind of get him off and put him back before I drive away because I don't want to separate him from his, bug flock or family or whatever they are. But I just love this being kind to all business. And the first thing that came to mind was how people are doing the random acts of kindness, right? I got caught up in one of those Starbucks things where I was going through the drive-through and the person ahead of me had paid for my drink, and it just kind of kept going back. And I've done that before too. I remember one time I was at a store and somebody didn't have quite enough money, and I was, I just gave them whatever the extra was. So little things like that just make so much, it really kind of brightens people's day. And doing something kind for animals. Like, I remember one day we were driving along and there was a lost dog, so we stopped and another person stopped, and there was a few of us, and we all wanted to help this animal, and we all kind of delegated, you do this, I do that, and it just made us feel really great. But the thing that really deeply touched me is I was thinking about sometimes we do kind things for other people and don't even realize how much it impacts their life. Okay, so for instance, a lot of you know that I worked at the Sugar House Day Spa and Salon up in the Washington, D.C. area, and I was there for quite some time, and I would help kind of mentor people. I was a spa trainer up there, and I would help mentor people, and sometimes I would just sit and talk. I do coaching now, life coaching as a business, but back then, it's in my nature. That's what it makes me happy, actually, to help people. So anyway, there was this one gal, I didn't even realize it, but when we left, my family and I moved to North Carolina. So when we actually left, I got all kinds of cards and things from people. And this one girl, I was so surprised, it actually moved me to tears. She wrote me this beautiful card, and she was like, "You helped me so much through this one situation." And for me, honestly, I didn't even really remember what the situation was. But the fact is that I was kind and I helped her in that moment, and it impacted her so much that 10 years later, she wrote me a card thanking me for that moment. So I don't think most people realize how much kindness can really impact other people. Okay? And when we are kind to others, it also makes us feel good. So I love how Linda puts it here. She says, kindness matters. Kindness helps the giver as much or even perhaps more than the receiver. What better way to love yourself than to be kind to others? And that really resonated with me. A lot of you know that I'm in the program of AA also. And in this program, we sponsor people, right? And a sponsor is somebody that kind of helps you navigate through the steps and through situations if you're having some troubles and stuff like that. And I can't tell you how many times when I've been working with a sponsee, when helping them really helps me also. I mean, it is a huge part of my program to help other people and do all that. And that's an act of kindness as well. So that really resonated with me when she said, it helps the giver as much, even perhaps more than the receiver. And what better way to love yourself? That is so super important these days. I think a lot of people tend to think they're not making a difference, and maybe they're not deserving, or whatever the maybe is. Let's love ourselves today by being kind to other people. And sometimes kindness can just be a smile. It could be stopping and helping that turtle that's halfway across the road because you're afraid it's going to get run over by a car, or getting the ladybug off the windshield like I do sometimes. Whatever it is, if you would like to share it with us, I would love to hear what your act of kindness was, and how many acts you've done. Let's be kind to all life all day. It doesn't have to just be one thing. It could be multiple things. So I would love to hear it. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.